The transfer market has just gotten exciting. And this excitement goes to the Chelsea players out there, not to any other team, because and it's going to be bad news for supporters of Man City and Manchester United, because this lad is one of the lads that they would have looked at, and they're saying that if at all he doesn't leave Borussia Dortmund by this season, and by next season his buyout clause will be triggered close to 73 76 million pounds in there. He goes by the names of Erling Haaland, and he's being connected to Chelsea, and the people from Germany have come out and laid out a very big story of a man who goes by the names of Abramovich, the owner of Chelsea, the rich man from Russia who got Chelsea in 2003, when he really gave it to a man who goes by the names of Ranieri, after Ranieri was sacked and Jose Mourinho was brought in after leading a team which goes by the names of FC Porto to the Champions League triumph in there, with the likes of Deco, Carvalho, and very many other players in there, the Ben McCarthy's of this world. Now he came to Chelsea with the man who goes by Carvalho. He signed very many good players at Chelsea, but all I can let you know is that Mourinho kick-started off in 2004, and this rich man has funded lots of things for Chelsea and has seen Chelsea win its first Premier League after 50 years, winning the Champions League, its first ever Champions League in 2012 with the likes of Didier Drogba, Lampard, Ramirez, Oscar, and very many other Chelsea players in there, just to mention but a few in there. And now he has just won his Champions League, his second Champions League with Chelsea this season. The 2021 Champions League trophy has been won by a team which goes by the name of Chelsea. But how does that happen? It happens after he has really funded in a lot of money. He has really put in a lot of money. Remember, Chelsea spent close to 200 million pounds last summer. Kai Havertz, close to 78 million pounds. Timo Werner, 53. 53, that is 130. They brought in a Ziyech. They brought in a Thiago Silva. They brought in a Mendy, the goalkeeper, close to 5 signings onto Chelsea, and that's what they call a team that really is hungry for trophies. And he wants to do the same thing he did last summer. He wants to do it this summer, but only one player like this, and that one player goes by the names of Erling Haaland. And what has he done? The manager, the big man of Chelsea, the owner, Abramovich, has released funds to really finance the deal or the transfer of a man who goes by the names of Erling Haaland to Chelsea. This is some news that won't really make other fans happy. Like me, I support Manchester United, but this is something that is really out of this world. It's a challenge for the Glazers, because if the big man for Chelsea can release such funds, because you remember, after COVID hitting the club, the entire financial world very badly, I think these financial law of a team spending on its profits, I think, was suspended by the UEFA, because they need to see to it that teams get back the money, because if at all they don't inject funds back into these teams, football might really fall to a level that we are not enjoying it anymore. And this is why the money that the big man of Chelsea has really gone to his account and told them that I really have the 150 million pounds to bring in a lad who goes by names of Erling Haaland to Chelsea. So that is something that is just in here, reported by the Daily Mail, and they are quoting a newspaper which goes by names of the Bild, coming from Germany. Remember, it's really it's really a very big sports reporter in there, having very many good journalists and anchors in there that really chase issues and really get us the real updates and things coming here. And when you look at how this is happening, they want also to offload 3 players, that is Kamson Odoi, Tammy Abraham, and a lad who goes by the names of Hakim Ziyech. Remember, Hakim Ziyech came in from a team that Danny Van Beek, De Jong, Delete, we are playing in, that was Ajax in there, and Delete is expected to, Ziyech is expected to leave a team which goes by the name of Chelsea. And those 3 players, they are really being targeted by very many different clubs out there, and Chelsea expects to get close to 90 million quid out of those players, and they really get back that money to the old man. But the big man, who is the rich man who goes by Abramovich, wants Haaland at Chelsea, and they want his transfer at Chelsea. Now, as he wants that transfer done at Chelsea, Fabrizio Romano, the king of transfers, he came out and said that Erling Haaland was not present at the Borussia Dortmund fitness camp today. That was yesterday. Borussia Dortmund sporting director Mike Zog joking about it. Erling Haaland is already in England, he told Sky D, laughing in there. Now, Borussia Dortmund are still on the same point. They want to keep Haaland this summer. So that's what Fabrizio Romano came out and said about Erling Haaland in there. And the sporting director also joked about that Erling Haaland is in London, and being in London, he never meant that he's really going to join Chelsea. But right now, this morning, news has just come in and indicated that a team which goes by the name of Chelsea and its own Abramovich have laid out funds, £150 million really, to get this player done in there. So this is something that shows that Chelsea are really going to get this player. I'm 100% sure they're really going to get this player. Why? If at all they don't get this player, if at all Borussia Dortmund don't sell Haaland this year, this summer, they're going to be losing funds. Remember, they might have learned the same thing they learned from Sancho. Sancho was being sold at £108 million. United were raising £75 million in there. And this time around, they've sold Sancho because he was just left with only 2 years on his contract, and they sold him at only £73 million. That means they lost close to £25 million in there. So I think they don't want to fall a victim. And on this big package, for them, as a team which goes by names of Borussia Dortmund, they will be getting close to £110 million in there. And the father of Erling Haaland will get £20 million, and the agent of Erling Haaland will get £20 million. That is Mino Raiola. So if at all they don't really get this lad off this summer, that means next summer they'll find themselves selling him at £78 million, and selling him at £78 million, that means £40 million will be off to the agent and the father in there of Erling Haaland. So it shows you that this is something that they should really come out and really get done this season, unless they don't want really to go ahead and really get the money. Because if at all they get £110 million from Haaland, as the 40 goes to the agent and the father of Haaland, add on the £73 million. £73 million get off the 17 that they are getting to Chelsea in there. That means they will be left with close to £58 million in there. So it shows you that they will be having close to £170 million. And as we know, Dortmund can go in and take off £50 million and sign in players that can really come out and help them. But if at all they keep their word, as Mike Zog is saying, Chelsea will be a big blow to them, because Olivier Giroud is leaving Chelsea, one of the number 9s and forwards they had. He's leaving Chelsea for a team which goes by names of AC Milan, and I've seen a tweet showing that Olivier Giroud has already landed in Milan and is expected to undergo a medical, and very soon everything is going to be done, and the paperwork was already signed in there. So it shows you how much a team which goes by names of Chelsea really needs a forward in there. Harry Kane is being rated at £200 million, and when you look at getting Harry Kane, who is 27 years, and getting a player who is Haaland, who is at 20 years, who netted 41 goals in 41 matches in there, and his future is bright because he's young. And if at all you look at Chelsea having the likes of Kai Havertz of this world, Timo Werner, we have Mason Mount, we have Jorginho in there. If at all you keep yourself around with those players, that is going to be something great for a Haaland, because he is going to get assists in there. Because remember, Kai Havertz is being played behind that main man, and Kai Havertz is a very good creator in there. He has played very many games. He netted 9 goals in all competitions, netting the most crucial one, which goes by the name of the goal that is scored into the Champions League final that saw Chelsea win Man City and lift their second Champions League trophy in there, as Man City were looking for their first one. So you just imagine how Chelsea will look if at all Kai Havertz is playing behind Haaland and Timo Werner in there. They're having a Pulisic in there, and so it shows you how big and how wide the squad of Chelsea is going to be, and how Haaland will come and fit in and do the needful. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video of how Haaland fits into a team which goes by names of Chelsea, because it looks like he's the real deal, he's the big lad in there, and I think he's going to join Chelsea, because they cannot let down this money. Because if at all they don't really get this money this season, That means next summer, his buyout clause will be triggered of 78 million pounds in there, and I don't think a team which goes by the name of Borussia Dortmund is ready to lose all that money. So if at all Chelsea have got that 100 million pounds from their boss or the owner who goes by the names of Abramovich, the big lad in there from Russia, he is really going to finance the deal. He wants this deal done. Roman Abramovich has handed Chelsea the funds to go and get Borussia Dortmund star striker Erling Haaland this summer for 150 million pounds according to reports, and those reports are coming in from Germany. So that's what I had in for today for the story concerning Chelsea. Remember, we do stories for each and every team onto this channel. It's not onto one team but to very many teams in here, so feel free to come into this channel, subscribe, comment, like and share, and feel free to let me know about Abramovich releasing funds for Haaland deal this summer, and he wants him at Chelsea this summer. That is a man who goes by the names of Abramovich, the Mogul in there, the man who came into the Premier League, injected money. The likes of Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger started to attack him and say, Premier League, this is not acceptable. This is ridiculous money. It's silly money being spent into the game of football. So that is something that should really come out and know that he really turned things around before Man City came on, because Man City came on and they spent a lot of money. But the man who really turned around things in spending money in the game of football, apart from Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, was a man who goes by names of Abramovich before the Abu Dhabi Prince came in to take Chelsea, and they took on another team which goes by the names of PSG in there. Also, rich men from Abu Dhabi came on and took on PSG. They are also spending. And me, as a supporter of Manchester United, that's something I really want to see my team do. Spend. They're spending wisely because they're having football directors, because a football director really gets the plan on how the team is really going to play its game. So, and after setting how the team is supposed to play its game, the style of play, he gets the real manager who can fit into that plan of a team in there. So that is something that Chelsea worked upon very well, and Abramovich has really broken the bank. 150 million pounds available for Erling Haaland. They are tabling it. The bid is in. It's all about a team which goes by the names of Borussia Dortmund to let it down, but I don't believe that Mike Zorg will let down this, because they'll be losing close to 70 million pounds if at all they don't get into this deal done from now. Remember, they got a man who goes by the names of Erling Haaland from RB Leipzig in there, and he was supposed to come to Manchester United, but United said no, we cannot sign a player who has a buyout clause, and that buyout clause will be triggered within 2 years. So that's what United said, and they said we can only buy him back, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager of Manchester United, was the coach, was the manager of Haaland at the age of 16, 17 in Molde in there in Norway, and they're having a very big bond, and he really wanted him at Manchester United, but because there was a buyout clause in there by Mino Raiola, they said no, we cannot really get a very good lad. We sign him up, and after 2 years, when he has really reached his level of really producing the best out of him at the age of 21, and then his buyout clause is triggered, that means he can go to any team in there. So that's something that United say not to it. But Abramovich doesn't want to wait for what we call the buyout clause. He wants to get this lad at Chelsea this season, because he knows next summer this lad is going to be at Manchester United, because he wants to play with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he wants to follow his former teammate who goes by the name of Jadon Sancho, who is already at United, because they had a very good connection. So the assists that Sancho had, 20, most of them went to Haaland, and Haaland netted in those goals in there. So they had a very big connection, some of the penalty shoots and scoring goals in there. So I think Chelsea know it, that if at all they don't get Haaland this summer, next summer Haaland is destined to go to Manchester United, because 78 million pounds quit, United will be having that money. Because I know next summer United is going all out for one person who goes by the names of Haaland, because they'll get the Varane, they've gotten a Sancho, they'll get a Kylian Trippier, they'll get a CDM, or Camavinga, or a Declan Rice, or Kevin Phillips. But next summer United will be eyeing all eyes will be all to one person who goes by the names of Haaland, because they need a forward in there at United in there. Thank you guys for watching in. It's Rokani David, aka RD. Please subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do uploading on a daily. I'm out for now. See you later. But I want to know what you think about the transfer of Haaland to a team which goes by the names of Chelsea. Abramovich has broken the bank. 150 million pounds are available to get the lad, or to land the signature, or to land the transfer of a lad who goes by names of Haaland to Chelsea in there. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Your comments are welcome into the comment section below. I'm out for now. See you later. Bye bye.